Hey everyone, welcome back to our podcast, episode 28 of the Showgirls.
Yes, August 25th. We are
April.
August. Wow, I've just messed up and it's been 5 seconds. We are trying something new. So we have switched over from Skype and we are trying Zoom. And so there is, if you're listening to this on the phone or on a podcast app, we are going to be trying to upload the video to our YouTube channel.
Yep.
So something new for us that we haven't really done before. So our YouTube channel is just the Showgirls podcast, right?
Yeah, and we're going to diversify for our listeners and our watchers.
Yes.
Because I think sometimes we get like really into stuff and like people need to see our face.
Oh, yes. And like the other day when I thought like a plane crashed or whatever, I like got up and I was like looking out my window. Like they need to know what we're doing.
Yeah. So we're here. Week 7 of quarantine. Like
really?
last week was week 6 of working from home for me. So this upcoming week will be week 7.
It's so weird because March literally took so long. Like I remember thinking March will never end. And now it's April 25th. It's going so fast, but it's weird because all my days are the same. So I don't know.
I know. It's crazy.
It is crazy. Anything before we jump into what's the haps?
My hair girl texted me and said, hey, like I'm opening back up May 1st, I think. Let me know if you want to get on the schedule. So I need to figure out when I'm going to go.
Okay, I have a question about that. So you guys were in Oklahoma, obviously. And so the governor of Oklahoma said that we are basically not fully opening back up, but by May 1st, like gyms will be open, hair salons will be open, blah, blah, blah. And they still have to do like sanitary standards, keep 6 feet away. And so my question was, what is your game plan? Like you're going to go get your hair done, but are you going to like go shopping or like, what are you doing?
I haven't really decided, like, but I guess the last couple weeks, like I've been trying to kind of get out a little bit more, not necessarily like go like hug 100 people.
Yeah.
But just like if I need to go to the store, I'm going to the store, and like if I need to go get gas, I'm gonna like obviously disinfect my hands and like use hand sanitizer and stuff, but not like be scared, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. Like it on May 1st, I'm not going to be like going and licking a pole at a park or something, but I am still a little cautious, but I'm thinking I will go to the gym if it's open, even though I feel like the gym's maybe one of the nastier places, but I'm thinking if I just go to Orange Theory and home, you know what I mean? Like
don't touch your face and don't like freaking rub all over like the germs and the sweat and stuff like from the equipment. Like,
yeah. So I think that's my plan. And for reference, like our area, I think Oklahoma City has only, I don't want to say has only because people have lost their lives, but we've only had 40 fatalities in the past. That's just for Oklahoma City, not Oklahoma. Ever since this has started. So we aren't spreading as rapidly. I do think everyone still needs to do their part. Like we just said, like we need to be taking precautions, but I think that's my game plan. Like, cause I am still really cautious.
Yeah. And I'm a germaphobe anyways. So
that's true. Carly won't even drink after me or let me drink after her.
Heck no.
Remember one time you were like, I don't remember what it was, but it was like a drink you didn't want or something. And you took a drink out of it and I was like, I'll take it. And you were like, I drink out of it. And I was like, yeah. I'm just not a germaphobe. I never have been.
Maybe that's why you don't get sick that much.
Honestly, I really do think it is. But I've been taking, here's my little vitamin pack. I've been taking vitamins. So.
Oh my gosh. Amazing.
Yeah. Zinc and vitamin C and like a women's daily. So
proud.
Yeah. And look, now that we have video footage, you guys can see that.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's go into what's the haps.
Okay. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I only have one written down, but I may think of some others.
Okay, I have like 4.
I saw that Kylie bought a new house.
Yes, I wrote that down too.
$36 million, I think.
36.5.
Wow.
7 beds, 14 baths.
Imagine the flex, you know?
I can't, but also I was looking at pictures and it's obviously gorgeous, right? Like obviously amazing, but I have like weird thoughts when I look at celebrities' homes. Like, how do they clean that? Like Jeffree Star's home. Like, do the cleaning ladies have to come every day to even finish the whole house? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, definitely. I think they just section it off and don't go into some parts of the house.
Yeah. And also, why do you need more bathrooms than bedrooms?
When you have parties,
14 bathrooms, bro.
like a pool bathroom, a
Movie room bathroom.
yeah.
Dang. It's just like you could probably just live in one part of the house and like never even have to see the rest.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, 36.5 million. Just like, what is it like?
Don't know.
That's how much my house was. No, I'm just kidding. I rent. Speaking of Jeffree Star, because I just mentioned him, he has a new video today. Did you see it? Or did you see the announcement?
Yeah, it's more TikTok.
Yeah, and his tweet said, so I just saw this before we got on because I was on Twitter. His tweet said, if you don't like seeing me embarrassed, or he has used some other word too, then don't watch. So I think it's like a video where he really, because he said, he posted a tweet and he said, send me TikToks about me, no matter what they are. If they're like dragging me, if they're rude, if they're sad, I want to see them all. So I'm wondering, like, what could people even post that upsets him or embarrasses him? Like maybe past stuff he's done, or maybe like stuff about Nate.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah, so supposed to be up within like the next couple hours. So maybe when this is up, it'll be up. But you guys should watch it. I thought we could talk about, well, let me say this one and then we'll talk about that. So did you ever watch Parks and Rec? I don't remember.
Yeah, I have watched not like the whole season, but like I've watched, I think I started and like Chris, whatever his name is, like broke both of his legs.
Okay, you're literally on like episode 1.
Yeah.
It's so funny that you just said that. Makes me want to watch it again. So yeah, I think it ended, I don't remember what year, like 2012 or something like that. And they announced, though, they're doing a quarantine special on Thursday, April 30th at 7:30 our time. And it's going to be like a Zoom one like this, but it's going to be them in character. And it's supposed to be like Leslie Knope stays in connection with her coworkers during the quarantine.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be so funny.
Yes. And like, you just know it's going to be funny because if it has all the characters, it's like, Leslie Knope is Amy Poehler, Chris Pratt, Tom Haverford was Aziz Ansari, and then it's just a bunch of funny people. So I'm really excited. I'm definitely gonna watch it.
What's the girl's name that's really pretty? That's like the daughter of somebody.
The daughter of somebody in the show.
Yeah, like her dad is famous.
Oh God.
Oh my gosh, I have it on the tip of my tongue. Jeannie, if you're listening to this, you're about to freak out on us.
Oh my God, I know, Jeannie, our biggest critic. We're sorry we let you down. I know who you're talking about. It's the girl who plays Anne.
Rashida Jones.
Yes.
It was on the tip of my tongue. I was like about to look it up and I figured it out.
Yes.
And what's the guy's name? That
Ron Swanson is Nick Offerman.
Yeah.
Who is Rashida Jones the daughter of?
Let me look. Rashida.
I didn't know she had a famous dad. Sorry, I took a drink.
Quincy Jones.
Who's that?
Wikipedia. He is an American record producer, multi-instrumentalist, songwriter, composer, arranger, and film and television producer. He has 80 Grammy nominations and 28 Grammys.
80 nominations.
Yeah, let's see who, like if it shows. He produced Michael Jackson.
Oh, that's why. That's
Thriller, why. Off the Wall, Bad. Wow.
That makes sense. Dang. I didn't know she had famous family or anything like that. But yeah, she is gorgeous and I love her. So she'll probably be on there. I want to say she wasn't in like the last couple of seasons, but I bet she'll be on there.
I hope so.
Okay, my last like what's the haps that I thought we could talk about was the Jonas Brothers, Happiness Continues. Have you watched?
Yes. Okay. Of course. And you texted me and you're like, it's fine, it's okay, like there's no new information. But like the love that I have for them is so, it's never ending. Like if I see the same thing 5 times, like I'm gonna think about how great it is.
I get that.
But there was some things that like we didn't know, or I didn't know. Well, I kind of knew that they have the same management. So Philly Mack was their manager when they were in a bus or in a van driving around New Jersey. Like, that's crazy to think. Like, he took them from that and they were nothing to now.
Yeah, like believed in them, like was their person, and now
John Taylor was like their music producer and guitar player, and then Garbo was their bass player, and now he's on their management team. So it's like the same people that were with them before, like they brought them back. And it said like Garbo, obviously, like they broke up, he had to find another job, and he was like sweeping in a restaurant or a shop.
Yeah, and then he heard like over the radio or something, or am I making this up, where he heard that the Jonas Brothers were getting back together, which I'm like, what the heck, wouldn't they?
No,
like,
he said he heard Superstition, and they played that on the Grammys with Stevie Wonder, and he was like, wow, I was at the Grammys with this guy, and now I'm sweeping the floor at my job.
Yeah, but didn't he get his job back?
Yeah, with the Jonas Brothers?
Yeah,
but he didn't hear it on the radio, unless I missed that
stuff. I just always make up stuff on this podcast, my brain.
And then I did enjoy like the behind the scenes of Joe. Like, they were at Joe's apartment before the show in New York, and like there was just stuff everywhere, and I was like, Joe, what's happening?
He's like me, he's just like me. That's why I like him.
And they were like on their airplane. It's just like stuff that they don't post about normally,
Yeah, and I get that. So my critique, and obviously if you guys aren't following, the Jonas Brothers released a new documentary on Amazon Friday or Thursday, because I remember saying I'm going to watch it Thursday, and it is like a documentary of their tour that they just went on, that it's we like got a concert
series, like a full, like they take you through the whole concert experience.
Yes. And so my critique was that I liked it, of course, like you, like I love the Jonas Brothers, blah, blah, blah. But my only critique was, okay, so if you take like the Taylor Swift documentary, her behind the scenes concert experience, we saw like so much insight. Like when she heard about the Grammy noms, she didn't get nominated.
But hers wasn't a concert like experience. Hers was a documentary.
I think maybe that's why I think I was expecting more of a documentary.
Okay.
And so I was like ready to learn a bunch of new info, like behind the scenes stuff, like go into, and I guess that's what the other doc gave us, right? Happiness Begins, or Chasing Happiness.
Chasing Happiness, yeah.
So I said I gave it like a 7 out of 10, but I do love them, and I do love Sophie Turner and Joe forever and ever. I saw a critique on Facebook, and I had no idea people thought this, but they are saying like they don't like Nick and Priyanka, and they think they're like, what's the word when you think you're like the best all the time? It starts with like a P, like they're better than everyone. What am I trying to say?
They think they're better than everyone else. Like, not proper.
Is it pretentious?
Yeah.
Okay. So I never got that. And people said they got that from the doc or the concert experience.
I would argue that, because like they were all standing there together. Like, she was holding Kevin's little girl. Yeah. Like, she was talking to all of them saying like, wow, you guys did so well. Like, wow. Like, yeah, Nick is really serious, and he is like kind of the pillar of everything. Mm-hmm. And like she even joked around, and Kevin was like, at the end he said, okay, 82 more shows, and Nick was like, actually it's 100, and she was like, oh, leave it up to Nick to correct you, like I would argue that.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. And they were like, why did we see so much of her? And I was like, didn't we see as much as her as Sophie and Danielle? I was confused. I don't know. I just didn't know there was like a realm of people out there that thought that, you know what I mean?
Bye-bye, trolls. We don't care about you.
Yeah, especially Carly, #1 Nick J lover. Nick J's off the chain.
He's just so, and I see the way that they work, because they are all so different, like you can't, Nick's annoying sometimes because he's like, he tries to be perfect, and like maybe he'll figure out one day that you can't be perfect, but and then I liked the Chicago bar show.
I thought that was cool.
That they played all their old songs, and they played Shelf. Did you notice?
Yes, I almost texted you because I was like, Carly's going to flip her lid. And they sang Much Better at one. There was one scene. I think it was the bar where they played it, and I was like, they're just giving me what I want, because I love that song.
Yeah, it was so good. I was like, wow.
It was really taking me back to when we saw their concert in September, and I was like missing it. Like, I was like, why do I feel a little teary? Quarantine just really getting to me, okay?
Oh my god, it was so fun. It was like such a fun time and like reminiscent. And
Yes. And like at that concert, we literally had no worries, Carly. Like, we were thinking about nothing but the Jonas Brothers.
So
And we
true.
both, like, we love our jobs now, but like we were in our jobs, like there were no quarantine, like Jonas Brothers.
Yeah, I was thinking about like everybody being so close to each other, like sweating in the audience, like, oh, the germs.
Literally, this is where Corona started, was the
They
Jonas
spread
Brothers.
it. Yeah, thank you, Jonas Brothers. But I loved how they like even showed Frankie a little bit. And it's so funny because like we don't see him that much, and he really does. He's all of them together. Like you can see it in his face, like like he is a Jonas brother, obviously, but like you can just tell like he's a mix of all three of them.
Yes, I agree. And okay, now that we're talking about it, I'll raise my rating like a little, maybe like an 8 out of a 10, but I still wanted more.
Yeah, I agree. Like I wish they would have gone into more stuff, but I get it.
Yeah. And now that I'm like talking about it out loud, like I understand like Chasing Happiness was more of the doc where we learned all that info we didn't know. And then this one, Happiness Continues, was the tour.
Mm-hmm. And they texted me. Remember when I texted you guys? Because I like I'm on their text thread, and it said Happiness Continues ... on like Tuesday night or Wednesday night. And it was before they even said they were going to announce something. And I was like, oh my gosh, Sophie's going to announce that she's pregnant.
Yeah, I thought it was a new album. But that is a good point too, because think about it. Like, what other like band or person can literally not advertise it at all and then be like, boom, there's a new doc up, and then like millions of people watch it instantly?
Just them.
Yeah, like nobody else can do that.
And I'm sure they're probably working on like an album release. They just are maybe like trying to wait to see like, okay, do we do it in person? Do we do like a party? Do we wait, or do we do it virtually? And like what's the timeline on all of that to generate excitement?
Because we know they have new music, because we heard 2 new songs in the concert. I'm just gonna call it the concert experience.
I think that's what it was named.
Maybe I should Google it. Nah, I won't click around on I guess I could use my phone, but.
So yeah, Joe Bros for life,
Always. Okay. What do we want to talk about? I have 800 shows listed.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Bro, I have 10.
Okay. Do you have 90 Day on there?
Yes, but I don't even remember what happened. Really.
I don't either, so let's skip that.
Okay, sorry if there's like a really diehard 90 Day Fiancé fan listening. Okay, I'll take that off. I thought we could touch on Too Hot to Handle, but have you finished?
No, I don't think I'm going to. I just like don't. My time is so valuable. You can't get it back.
So why aren't you finishing?
I just like I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed with them like talking about the money all the time. Like
what episode?
Maybe I'll get back into it. I haven't completely like said no, but I'm just like not in the mood.
Yeah. What episode did you get to?
I think we finished episode 2.
I do feel like the first like 2 or maybe even 3 episodes, which sucks because it's only an 8-episode series, was like slow and hard to get into. But I did end up finishing it. I finished it in like 1 day, maybe 2 days. We don't have to talk about it then, but I'll just say that one little thing I texted you about Avery in case there's people listening that watch it.
Okay, I said I really like Harry, and you're like, oh, you'll find out he's mean. Do you still think he's mean?
I thought you found that out in like episode 2, so you already got, or maybe episode 1, like him and
Francesca. That he lied?
Yes.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
So we just like liars now? So that's why I don't like him, but through the rest of the show he's fine. Like he doesn't really, like him and Francesca are just inseparable.
Oh, okay, so she forgave him.
Yeah, she like kind of, I'll just tell you, I guess she like kind of like flirts with Kels. Did you see that part?
No.
Okay, she like kind of moves to Kels for like a day, but then like realizes like she still likes Harry, so she goes back to him.
And they're still together.
Yeah, to this day. So you guys, Avery, my sister, my 16-year-old sister, watched Too Hot to Handle, and she thinks like Harry's like amazing, hot, perfect, blah,
His
blah, blah.
eyes, dude, his eyes.
Yeah, but he just
Like
looks like
piercing.
a little boy a little. Do you not think?
Never.
Wow. So Avery follows him on Instagram, like #1 fan. So Avery comments on one of his pictures and said something like, "You're the reason I started talking in an Australian accent and using Australian slang," which no, she hasn't. Anyways, he liked her comment and also commented back with like the laughing cry emoji. So Avery like calls me because she was babysitting. She FaceTimes me and I was like, this is weird. And I answer it. I'm like, hello. She's like bawling. I'm like, oh my God, like did the kid that you're babysitting break his arm? Like, oh my God, like what happened? I thought something emerged. She said, Harry from Too Hot to Handle liked my Instagram comment. I was like, get the F off the phone. Leave me alone. So
that would be like Jeffree Star or like Shane Dawson responding to a tweet, you know, like crazy.
Yeah, I would freak out probably. If it was Jeffree Star, bro. If it was Jeffree Star. I do on my wall, actually, you guys. I wonder if I could show you, but the rest of my room is like trash. Actually, let me grab it really fast. Talk for 1 second.
Okay. Well, I got an email from Morphe yesterday, and then I got a Fed ad and saw on Jeffree's Instagram that there was a sale at Morphe on all of his stuff. So I went and ordered some this morning. I got his brush set and blender things. Yeah. But it said that it could take up to 20 days for it to ship because of quarantine.
Yeah, I ordered more Tula yesterday for my face, and I got the eye thing. Did you get the eye thing? Like, no, the stick? Anyways, so I got a lot of more Tula stuff because I'm almost out, and it said, like, it will maybe begin shipping in 2 to 3 weeks. I was like,
crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys, because I was going to say, if Jeffree Star liked something of mine, I would print it off and hang it on my wall. Well, one time Seth Rogen liked my tweet.
That's amazing.
And I printed it off and it hangs on my wall. So this was like years ago. And it was about his series, new series on Hulu then that was called, what was it called? Oh my God. It's with Josh Hutcherson. Do you know what I'm talking about? Future Man, maybe?
Don't know.
Anyways, I said a series made by @Seth Rogen and starring @JHutch 1992, Hubba Hubba with like heart eyes. And Seth Rogen favorited it.
Amazing.
So I printed it off. So that's what I would do if Jeffree Star liked something of mine.
The only famous, well, I've had a couple of interactions, but the most recent one was Reza Farhan from Bravo.
I remember that.
I like got him on like that generator that does on your head, like your Bravo show. Yeah. And it came up with Shaw's, which I love Shaw's. And I posted it and tagged him in it, and he like hard eyes it.
Did you screenshot it? Yeah, because you posted it, right? Yeah.
So cute.
Love it.
And Jason Tardik favorited my tweet.
Yes, I remember that. Because was that when you talked about the live show?
Yeah, he went off the rails. Completely off the rails.
And he favored it. He said, yep. Okay, since we're not going to talk about Too Hot to Handle too much, do you want to go challenge?
Yes, I forgot to write that down, but yeah, I watched it all. So it's in my brain.
Okay. I didn't write anything down too. I just have started. So when we first started the podcast, I used to like explain every little detail, and you always told me you were like, maybe not. And I was like, well, it's like hard for me not to. So now I just write down the show title and then I just like remember.
Yeah, because like if the people want to listen to it, like they've already watched it. We just need to like talk around the subject.
Yeah,
and,
they
like,
just want
what was crazy.
Commentary.
So it was the ice. Oh my gosh, the ice. How cold. Like, and they just kept getting colder, which I think is unfair. Like it started off at 59 degrees and then it's ended up at like 54. Like, how does that work?
Yeah, and like the second team that went, they were like, don't put ice in it anymore because it's going to make it colder for us. And I like agree with you. Like it wasn't fair that the people that got to go first, literally 5-degree difference in freezing cold makes a difference.
Yeah.
So I didn't think that was fair. Like Nelson literally almost died.
I want to know how long they were actually in there, you know?
Yeah, because it took a while.
But I'm really proud of Jay. Like, I know that. What are your feelings about him?
I like him. So I
Okay.
didn't think I would, because I'm normally like vets for life, like get these new people out of here, like I don't care.
But he's really proven himself.
Yeah, and he's not annoying like Bailey and Swaggy or something
Yeah,
like that.
not
Like
cocky.
he's humble, a humble winner.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, he's gonna do well in this challenge. He's a rock climber. He deals with carabiners all the time. Like, and he has really strong hands. Duh, you're gonna do well picking up a rope and like trying to in cold. Duh.
Yeah, I agree.
Proud.
I don't remember who won. Anissa's team. I do. It was Anissa and
Yes,
Johnny, Big
Anissa.
T, Casey, and
Yeah,
Bear.
which we haven't really seen a lot from her, so I was glad that she won.
We're not even getting commentary from her, which I thought was like weird.
Agreed.
But there's also so many people that I feel like it's hard to put everyone's commentary about everything. So they probably put the more annoying and loud people like Ashley.
Yeah, bye, girl, bye.
So so they pick D and Ashley. You wanted Ashley to go home?
Yeah, dude, she's won so many times, and like she said it herself, she skates by not having to go into elimination. So if she would have won, like, cool, but she didn't.
I agree. The only thing is, so I don't like either of them. D, especially this season, has just totally like, she just really thinks her shit doesn't stink, and I hate that. Like, hate it. And so I honestly wanted both of them to go home, but not possible. So I wanted D to go home first, and then Ashley just later on. But I really wanted D to go home. And I also don't really think that this West Johnny thing is gonna work out.
I don't know. I think they have the best of intentions, but at some point you have to play your own game.
And I feel like because there's been just years and years and years of not working together, like one of them is going to get paranoid quick and flip on the other. You know what I mean? Like even if the other like has all the intentions to keep sticking with them, like one of them is just going to be so paranoid. What do you think about the fire extinguisher going off and like everyone's reactions? Like was
like
Maddie...
he definitely shouldn't have done that. How stupid. But we know how dumb he is.
So dumb.
And I wasn't really surprised, but like if you're gonna do that, do it outside, I guess, like where it's like people can actually breathe.
Yeah.
And they were in such a small little room, but I think people definitely overreacted. Like Ashley, just get over it.
And then Maddie, like, I don't know, because I do this. I find that I do this. I get mad on behalf of other people, which, like, I shouldn't. Like, if you're not mad, why am I mad?
Yeah.
If it happened to you. So, like, I was like, Maddie, chill. Like, you can't get mad for someone else. But then Ashley went in and went home anyway, so it didn't matter.
I really like Maddie though, like especially since she was on Floribama, like we got to know her even more, and she's so pretty and like caring.
Yes, I like her a lot. I don't think I had anything else for the challenge.
Me either.
Okay, did you watch Vanderpump?
Yes.
Okay.
It was Witches of WeHo event.
Yes.
People were tweeting Bo. Did you see that?
No, what happened?
So, you know, Stassi kind of like went off on him because he was not standing up for Kristen, but like also saying like, she's my friend. You can't tell me I can't be friends with her.
Yeah.
And she said, well, you have to choose or whatever. So she kind of went psycho, and people were saying like, get out, run now, run now.
Man.
And he was like tweeting them back, and he was like, I'm drunk and I've been in quarantine for 6 weeks. He said, shut up. You don't think that I knew what I was getting myself into. Like, I love her. Shut up.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh.
Dang. I thought, I mean, that is going off, but I thought you were going to say since he was drunk, he like completely went off the rocker.
Well, he might have in the comments, but like he just tweeted like one tweet and was just like, stop tweeting at me. Like,
yeah,
it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I honestly feel like Bo wasn't in the wrong. I feel like Stassi and Kristen were in the wrong because like, how dare
don't make him choose. He shouldn't have to.
Yes. Like, I understand Stassi, like, I'm literally going to marry you, hopefully, you know, I'm going to marry you, like, blah, 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 but you can't tell him not to talk to her at a public event. Like, it's not like he's, like, texting her daily or anything like that. But then also for Kristen to try to, like, trap him and get him to say, like, she's controlling and stuff, like, no, that was wrong. But he didn't.
And
He didn't fall
even
for it.
before Stassi mentioned in her confessional that she was triggered because Kristen has done this to her in the past, I mentioned that to Austin. I was like, Kristen did the same thing with Jax, like however many years ago, and she forgave her then. Like, she doesn't have to deal with that right now. Like, just let it go. Beau has already proven to her that, like, yeah, he is behind Stassi 100%, but he can still be friendly with Kristen. It's not like a, like, choose me kind of scenario.
Yeah, and even though I'm not Stassi's number one fan at all, like, Kristen, I do think they're treating Kristen unfairly. However, if we go back to the past, like, Stassi didn't even have to forgive you for what you did with Jax. Like, I wouldn't, honestly. Like, I wouldn't at all. And so for her to even be friends with you this whole time is like, you should just take what you had and leave it.
Yeah, and sometimes people grow apart. She just needs to let it go. And, like, people making Beau and Stassi feel guilty about inviting her to, like, the engagement party at Lisa's house, like, saying that she should be invited or whatever. Like, sometimes you're not friends with people anymore, and that's okay. Even if you've been, like, in each other's lives for however long and been to the most important events, like, sometimes you're not friends anymore, and you don't have to invite them.
Yeah,
Even if you
and
do become friends again, then you become friends again, but it's highly unlikely sometimes.
exactly. And, like, we know, like, you can see from all of this footage and everything that's happening, like, if Kristen is there, it's going to ruin Stassi's day. So, like, why would you even invite her or think about inviting her? Like, just don't do it.
And it's not that they're leaving her out, they're not getting along.
Yeah. And, like, why would you want to go somewhere that you're not wanted? Like, unless I was required to go for something, no, I'm not going.
Nah.
So, also, Jax and Brittany weren't in the episode at all. Do we
At
know
all.
why?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah,
It's
they're
weird.
in next week's episode, so I was wondering if they had, like, a club appearance or something.
Maybe.
That's what I was thinking, but I don't know.
Or did they go on a honeymoon?
I don't think so. I don't remember
I
hearing
feel like
anything.
the cameras would have gone with them if they did.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, it was nice. I don't like them, so.
Okay, what's next?
I wrote down, like, all of the Real Housewives,
Yeah.
but do we want to do that, or do we want to do, like, Little Fires?
Let's do Housewives and then Little Fires.
Okay, I wrote down, like, in order, like, that they premiere, and I wrote Atlanta first.
Yep, Sunday night. It was the finale.
Yeah, but I told you it was, like, meh. Did you agree?
Yeah, I think that they, like, were trying to set some things up for the future. Like Candy and Todd still fighting, and Kenya and Nene. But I think it was kind of like, eh.
Yeah, and I was surprised that Candy's surrogate has a daughter, an older daughter. That kind of surprised me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. Like, obviously surrogates can have other kids, etc., but I don't know. Like, how did they find her? Like, through an agency?
I'm sure. And it's Candy's eggs and Todd's sperm, so it's like she's just
Not a
carrying the
part of her
baby.
at all.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I just thought that was odd, but I guess it doesn't matter. But also, like, I don't know if I'd go to a baby shower. Would you?
I kind of thought, I was like, even though the baby's inside of you, like, I think that's a little awkward.
Yeah, and she knows nobody there except Candy and Todd. So it's just, like, awkward. Like, you're at a party where you literally don't know anyone. I don't know. So
Agreed.
I thought that was weird, but nothing else really, like, super stood out to me.
But Nene's not going to be on the next season, so we're not going to get any of that anymore. And I don't know who they're going to be bringing back. So I guess we'll find out on the reunion, maybe.
Yeah, and they're doing a Zoom reunion, right? Or something?
Yeah, they already recorded it, so I don't know when it's going to air.
Okay, cool. So we have that to look forward to. Then I wrote Beverly Hills. I like it. I think
I'm rich, honey. I'm rich.
yes, I like it. So it's only the second episode, and I feel like it really is giving me good insight into all these people, and I really do like it a lot. I don't like, is it Stratton? No, what's her name?
Sutton.
Sutton. I do not like her, dude. Like, what the if? Like, okay, so she got rich because she she was married to a hedge fund guy for like whatever in the teen years, like maybe 15 or something years, 17, then got divorced. Is the reason she's so rich from that divorce?
I would assume so. I think she does party planning and stuff. When I looked her up online, she's been like a really prestigious party planner
Oh, okay.
for celebrities. So obviously she makes money there. And then she has her own clothing kind of thing that she opened the store. So
Yeah.
she makes her own money, but I think majority of it is from him. She needs
Just
to be on New York instead because they're all living 15 years ago. So
literally, we can talk about any other Beverly Hills before we move on to that.
Erica Jane like really is proving out, just she's so kind and so like thoughtful and intentional, and she has so much money. Her husband is worth $30 billion.
Yeah. Wait, was it billion?
30 million. Excuse me.
Yeah. I was
million.
like, whoa.
But still, that's so much.
Yeah.
And she makes her own money, and she's going to be on Broadway, and she's just so fabulous. Like her hair, her makeup, her creative direction, her brand. Like Erica Jane. Yes.
And I love come up stories. Like, I love that she always mentions Shakers and how she was like a go-go dancer. Like, I just love come up stories. Like, yeah, she may have married into money, but like you said, she's making her own money too. Like, I just love come up stories. And everybody has more money than me, I understand, but I just hate it when like you're already born with money. Like Teddy
Yeah.
How do you say her last name?
Teddy Mellencamp Arave. She's married to this guy named Arave, or his last name's Arave, but her dad is John Cougar Mellencamp.
Yeah, like I respect the come up, but like I love just like came from nothing stories better.
What are your feelings on Teddy?
I feel like she doesn't fit in the group. Like, how long has she been on this show?
She's been on, I think this is her 3rd season. And she's gotten a little bit better. She's so ingrained in LA though. Like there's so many people that use her services. Wow. So she does it's accountability coaching.
Yeah, it's like for life coach, but not, I guess.
For eating and like meals and fitness. So if you sign on to her program, you have to send her pictures of everything you eat throughout the day, and you have a very like strict diet, and she like has done this for so many celebrities. So she's so ingrained in LA, but like it doesn't really show that on Beverly Hills because the other ladies have more of a storyline.
Yeah, and like maybe it's because she works with celebrities and like they don't want the public to know like what they're eating and that they're using her, but I just feel like she doesn't fit in. Like it's not organic. Like even like Garcelle, who's fabulous. So cool. Love her.
So cool.
This is her 2nd episode, and it's like she's been there like the whole time.
Yeah, and I didn't even know that was her husband, that she was married to that guy. Like I feel like I'd seen them in like paparazzi pictures before. Yeah. And I was like, I didn't even realize.
Yeah, I'm about to Google because I think they said it in the episode. Like, I'm sure you can Google and find the letter. Like, I'm about to Google that email because I want to read it. But I would do the same thing. Like, dude, that means half of your marriage was a lie. Like, and she's just putting it all out there so her kids know.
Yeah, she's so pretty and she's so well spoken, and like we got to see her new house. Oh, it's so great. And what about Lisa Rinna?
Okay, I love her confessionals, and I love her confessional look when she's in the pink with the long hair. Yeah. But she's so odd to me. I don't know how to, yes, like they keep showing that Instagram video where she's like in her Spanx or whatever, you know, and she's like dancing, and then like they talked about her daughter and her eating disorder, which like I feel really bad for her. Like maybe she does feel the pressure because her mom is literally so thin.
So skinny. I know.
Yes. And so I don't know. She's funny though. Like I definitely like her on the show. Like if I had to pick people to like boot off the show, it would be like Teddy and Sutton. I just don't, and I know Sutton's new, but I'm just like, I feel like she's not bringing anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I really like Lisa Rinna. She runs around with Kris Jenner and Yolanda Hadid and Kyle and all of them. Cool. Like they just are like all best friends, and Lisa sells stuff on QVC.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about Kyle because she was only in like one scene because she's still in New York, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to be interested to see how her story progresses this season. Because
Yeah.
her and Lisa Vanderpump got in a really big fight last year. That's why Lisa quit the show. So
yeah, because I remember my eyes, like, sorry if anyone's watching the video, like my eyes are still like teary, I guess, from the Jonas Brothers, and they're irritated. What was I going to say? Oh, I was going to say, you told me, because I didn't watch last season, to watch the Lisa and Kyle fight. So yeah. I did watch it, and like I understand. And like honestly, like I sometimes can't stand, like, she's fabulous. I love Lisa Vanderpump, but sometimes I can't stand her on Vanderpump Rules. So I can't imagine what she was like on another show, you know?
Yeah.
So, anything else about Beverly Hills? Denise had surgery.
I wanted to ask you about what you think about her.
She's like fine, like brings something, right? Like, and I know more stuff is gonna happen, so I like her. Her hubby is kind of weird with like all of his gadgets and stuff.
I know. I feel like she talks slow, or like, did she do drugs at one point? And like,
she was married to Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, and she mentioned that her youngest daughter has special needs, and I didn't know that.
So I Googled it after that. I was actually Googling like so much during Beverly Hills, during all of the Real Housewives. I just Google, you know, and it was saying like she actually she has like her two older daughters from Charlie Sheen.
Okay.
Then I think she has like a middle daughter. I don't know like really where she came from, but then she adopted her youngest daughter who has special needs, and then her husband now adopted that daughter.
Really?
Yes. So then another fact that I saw, because I was Googling children, Charlie Sheen, this is maybe in like 2012 or something, so I don't know how up to date this, maybe like 2014. Charlie Sheen had twin boys with another actress. I forgot her name, Brooke something, like nothing. She was in like an 80s show or something, you know? Well, they were like so into drugs and stuff that the Denise got temporary custody of those two boys.
Really?
Yeah, so I don't think she has custody of them anymore. And like, sorry if like Jeannie or someone is listening and I'm butchering that story, but I just like, it does show her character. Like, she adopted a special needs daughter. Like, she literally didn't have to do that at all. She took the two boys when she needed to. So like, I think she has a really good heart, and I'm just like excited to see where this storyline takes off though, because we know it's a scandal.
Did it say what the daughter has? Like, what type of?
No, let me look really fast. Or Google it.
Because like there's so many different things, you know, because she mentioned she had to lift her up.
Yeah, and I saw a picture of her, and it looked like they were like holding her up too. Like, I don't think she can move a lot. Oh, the Real Housewives mom discusses her daughter who was previously diagnosed with a chromosome disorder. It just says chromosome disorder.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, yeah, and says she's 8 and can only say a handful of words. So I wonder if it's like maybe like a type of Down syndrome or something.
Maybe.
But yeah, I'm just excited to see where her storyline goes, because I know there's like that Brandy scandal. Yeah. What are you gonna say? How did you feel? Didn't you watch it last night?
Yes. So it's fresh on my brain.
Yeah. How do you feel?
Every episode they yell. Like, they're so different than any other housewives because they are from New York, obviously, and they just love to yell and like get their opinion across, and it just is so funny. They're at Ramona's house, and she has a really nice house. It has a tennis court, okay?
Yeah, like, I was shook. I thought they went somewhere, and then I was like, oh, that's her. They literally just walked to the backyard.
Yeah, and I don't know why she was so mad about the outside of the house, like after the party. Like, it wasn't even that bad. There was like a couple things laying around.
Yeah.
I would have been more pissed about the dishes and stuff inside.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I have to sneeze. Can I turn my mic off?
Let's figure it out.
Oh my gosh. Hang on.
Hurry. She's sneezing, guys.
Okay, I think I'm good.
Now I feel like I have to. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, and I also feel like the inside like wasn't trashed. Like, yes, the counter was like awful. I don't know. I feel like
there's a dildo in the chicken.
That was so funny. I don't know. I was like, she overreacted for sure, but also like you left.
Thank you. Don't leave your own party to go try to find a man. Like, there's plenty of other parties at the Hamptons and like every other weekend. You're here with your friends filming.
Yes. Also Sonia, bro. Okay, Ramona, before Ramona left, she invited that guy over. I forgot his name, John or Jesse or something that started with a J, I think. Maybe even
Jeff.
Robert. Oh, Jeff. And Sonia was insulting him so much. Like, she's a drunk, dude.
I agree. When she gets drunk, it's just out there, outrageous.
Yes, she was saying like, why would we want you to stay? Like, she was like implying he was old and ugly and stuff. And I was like, this is embarrassing.
I know. And she was like, I married the bank. Okay, Sonia Morgan, you're not a Morgan anymore. Like, I totally agree with Leah. Like, she said everything she needed to say, and I do not think that it was out of turn. Like, yeah, you're living 15 years ago.
Yeah,
and
literally.
She was only married to him for a short amount of time.
Oh,
like,
really?
He has already had 2 more wives after her.
I'm about to Google it. That's embarrassing. He's had 2 more wives and you still keep his last name?
2 wives before her. He married Sonia. Then they got divorced. Had 2 wives after her.
I'm Googling like how long they were together. Like, that's embarrassing. And Leah was so funny. She was like, the yacht has sailed. I was dying, bro.
I know.
Dying. And she was like, that is my family, because they flashed back to episodes I hadn't seen, obviously, because this is my first season. Flashed back to when she was putting the family crest on her shoes. That is embarrassing. Like, I am embarrassed for you and I don't even know you.
I know. She's really trying to capitalize on it, but it's not working.
So embarrassing. They were married 8 years, 1998 to 2006.
Yep. And she was a hostess. She said, I was something before I met him. Like, okay, yeah, you were like probably a very like successful for what you had, you know? But yeah,
she's like lost or something. Like, I just feel like obviously this is only my second, or maybe this was the 3rd episode, right? Or something.
Yeah.
And so I don't know all the backstory that, you know, like I haven't watched all the seasons, but I feel like out of everyone I've collectively seen, like she needs help, like not just with alcoholism, but like her identity.
Totally agree.
So I don't know.
So does Tinsley though. Like she is.
Okay, who was the last name they were saying?
She married Trip Mortimer, and so she kept that name.
Who is that?
Let's look it up, because I don't know all the details.
Also, Zoom doesn't tell me how long we've been going for, so if this is a 2-hour-long episode, everyone, I apologize.
It's only, I think we've been going for like
30 minutes.
No, probably 40 something.
Oh, dang. Okay. Putting chapstick on.
Mortimer family.
Sounds like a morgue or something. Sorry for that pause, everyone. I was putting on chapstick and Carly's Googling, if you're listening. But okay. I didn't know that
John J. Mortimer, an American financier and member of the prominent Mortimer family. So it's like
the same.
Similar, like banking.
So is that the guy that they keep saying that she keeps hanging out with, or no? No,
her and this guy got married like pretty soon out of high school, and Tinsley is rumored to like be who they mirrored Serena Vanderwoodson off of on Gossip Girl. Like that kind of socialite like world that Tinsley.
Did she go to school there?
In New York?
Yeah,
I think.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Okay.
And they just say that type of world that she kind of created, like she was one of the very first socialites and like always went to parties and always like did all this stuff with charities and like was married this rich guy. Like that's who they mirrored Gossip Girl after.
And she met Mortimer whatever in high school.
That's what she said.
Okay. Oh yeah, she said that in the episode because they were trying to say like she married into money or something. She was like, we met in high school.
Yeah. So then they got married, got divorced. She's been dating around. I think she's still engaged to Scott, who's in Chicago. Like they got engaged after they filmed this season.
Yeah.
And I don't know what she's doing now.
Gotcha. Also, last comment on New York. For Sonia to come after, was it John?
Yeah.
Or no, it was Ramona. It was both of them, wasn't it? No, it was Sonia. Who came after
Ramona went after John and Dorinda.
Like,
yes.
How dare you? Like, even though you told me you don't think they're together in real life right now, like, how dare you? Like, just because you don't think he's like New York
up to the
up
caliber.
Here,
yeah, I know.
Like, how dare you? Like, if he loves you and like treats you right and like has a job, like, who cares?
I know.
So
these ladies go for the jugular, straight for it.
How did they stay friends? Like, if I fought as much as, like, I think it's probably for the show, but if like I fought with someone as much as these women fight, like, I would be like, okay, we're like, our friendship is done. Like, I don't fight with my friends every week.
No, heck no.
But
that's why we don't have a TV show.
Valid. Let's start fighting. I'm just kidding. We've only gotten in one fight and we've been friends for almost 3 years, if you count. Oh my god, look, did you see my cat?
Yeah, I was like, what is that behind you?
I closed the closet and she's trying to get in it. Are you kidding me?
What a cute little girl.
She's annoying. She thinks the whole house is hers. Yeah, we've almost known each other for 3 years, and if you count that we were friends right when I got my old job, then we've had one fight in 3 years, and that's pretty good.
Totally.
Anything else, New York?
I don't think so. Are we going to talk about?
I wrote down one thing I forgot. Sonia was drunk, and she said to Ramona when she was leaving, "If you go out that door, I'm not going to break bread with you in the morning." And I just thought it was so funny. Like, what an odd thing to say. And I just want to make it like my new insult. Like, if someone's walking away from me, like Connor or something, I want to be like, "If you go out that door, I'm not going to break bread with you." Like, it was so.
My gosh. And she just kept walking. She was like, okay.
She didn't care. She was like, okay, eat by yourself.
Oh my gosh. Well, I saw on Twitter yesterday, Leah posted like the dildo and the chicken or whatever.
Yeah.
And somebody responded to her and they said, Leah, you know that you were the one that put the dildo in the chicken. And she was like, oh my gosh. And so like comments by celebs posted it on Instagram that she didn't even know that she did that. Because she was
That's hilarious. Yeah, she was crazy, but like it gave life to the episode for sure.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Okay, do you want to do little fires?
Of course.
Okay, what did you think?
It was a really long episode, it felt like. And
an hour and 6 minutes, no commercials.
Wow. Okay, let me think. What happened?
Where did it open? Wow, it's been since Wednesday and we're like, forgot the whole episode.
Elena told Pearl everything. So Pearl went and told her mom, and then it kind of like snowballed from there.
We find out the verdict.
And then like BB takes the baby back and all hell breaks loose. The fires happen in the house. In the show, it says that the fires are started by the other 3 kids, not Izzy.
Yeah.
And then Elena takes the blame for it. Aaron, hey Aaron,
hello,
our
Aaron.
friend, our number one commentator that read the book, said that Izzy started the fires in the book, which is weird.
So she probably in the book started the fires because Elena kicked me out.
Yeah, but why would they change it? Like, maybe it completely changes the whole thing.
Maybe to make it more interesting, because like we kind of thought it was going to be Izzy the whole time, because it also brought back a part I forgot. So like, you know, when you watch a show week to week, you forget little details. The very first episode showed us, the beginning of the first episode showed us the end of this last episode where she was like, they were like, it was Izzy, she's not here, tell us where Izzy is. I forgot about that whole conversation. So I guess if you were to remember that, you already thought it was Izzy through the whole show. So maybe the reason they changed it was so like to flip the script on you. And
I can see that like they did it for Izzy kind of, because they saw the injustice. Like finally Elena was like, I didn't even want you. And they were all sitting right there. So they kind of did it for her. So it's similar, but not the same.
But also I would just like to point out, like, the privilege of those 3 children. You're so privileged that you're gonna burn your whole damn house down with everything in it and not even bat an eye. Like, let's get our point across somewhere else. Like, I don't know. I understand it's like a show. It's fake. It was a book. Like, this is supposed to be drama and stuff, but it just shows you the privilege. Like, Pearl would never.
Yep.
Like, they were just so privileged and rich and spoiled that they just burnt everything down. I hated that.
And she didn't even, like, Pearl didn't even want to say goodbye to Trip. Like, she, like, saw past all of it.
Yes.
She was like, that doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Like, I want to be with my mom who's been here for me this whole time.
Yes. And she even said, like, I'd just rather them remember the good memories. Like, she was just so pure and nice.
I know. I love Pearl.
And for her to get wrapped up in these, like, little brats, that's what I call them, you know? And I like them. Like, I like Moody and I like Izzy. But it was just so, I did shed some tears when Izzy was leaving and Moody was like, no. I was like, oh, Moody, I love you.
I know.
I texted this to you, but how would you feel if you were Linda's freaking husband, dude? So they're laying in bed and the baby cries on the monitor and you think it's just like she's restless and her husband's like, hey, let her like soothe herself, blah, blah, blah. And then we find out BB was stealing her.
And I was thinking watching it was nowadays. Because now they have like the little monitors it's a camera
screen, yeah.
And so like I was thinking like, oh, nothing could happen because it's like she sees her, but it wasn't. It was just like volume.
Yeah, 1994 or 97.
97.
Yeah, so I don't know. They definitely ended it very open-ended with 3 storylines. BB taking the baby. We just see them in the car. Mia leaving,
going to her parents.
Pearl, yes. And I thought it was the
guys. Tell them what you thought.
Okay, you guys. I thought it was I don't even know what you call them. Pearl's real parents. I thought they were pulling up to their house, and I was like, because in the show Mia called and hung up or whatever. So I was like, oh my God, they're just gonna pull up and Pearl's just gonna knock on the door and be like, hi, I'm your daughter. I was like, they need to like warn them. But then Carly was like, you're dumb, that's Mia's parents. And I was like, okay.
And she said her parents disowned her, but I don't think that they did.
I think it was probably something very like, yeah, they were probably like, you need to give that baby back, but I feel like she probably over exaggerated. Yeah,
like she was pregnant, she couldn't go to her brother's funeral, which that's horrible of them to do that to her, because she's like, this is about your brother, not you. But they didn't say like, be gone when we get home. Like she did that herself.
Yeah, like she definitely, I agree. She overreacted. What was the third one that left open-ended? Okay. Oh, Izzy gone.
Yep.
So I thought, okay, was she imagining Mia driving by or no?
Yeah, that was a dream. She was on a bus to somewhere and she had a dream.
Okay, got it. So 3 open-ended. So I definitely think there's going to be another season. And there's not another book, so obviously it'll be whatever they make it.
Yeah, and then they could just talk about, like, if Bill and Elena are together anymore.
That's another open-ended. Yeah, what happened to the kid?
Bill, love you.
Bill, so hot. Too,
he so hot. And he was, like, sitting in his office, and he lit a cigarette. Oh, and Jeannie, let's talk about what Jeannie said. Like, she said that they were talking about fire the entire episode, or, like, the entire series. I didn't catch it. And she mentioned that, and I was like, oh, you're right, because he lit a cigarette, and he was like, well, it sucks to be the other guy paying for dinner or something. And I was like, shade.
Definite shade. Shady. Okay, last show I have written down is RuPaul. Did you have any other shows?
Kardashians. I just wanted to mention one thing about it. I didn't watch the one on Thursday, but I think this was the one from last Thursday. They did they had Kylie and Stassi Baby on.
Okay.
And it was them doing their eye surgery, like LASIK surgery.
They both got it?
They both got it on the same day. And then they, like, flash back to when Kim got her LASIK surgery, like, however many seasons ago. So it was kind of, like, duality there.
Yeah.
But I noticed something. And I'm sure nobody noticed this. The production team had, like, Chris and Kylie put on the same outfits that they went to surgery in and
Yeah.
did the pre-thing at the house. Like Chris walking in the front door. It was not the day of the surgery. Kylie had completely different hair. Like, everything was different, but
Yeah.
except for their clothes. And she walked in and she's like, okay, you ready to go to surgery? And she's like, yeah, let's go. Da, 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 da. And they walk out the front door. And then it cuts to the actual surgery day. You can tell it's not the same day.
Yeah.
And then it goes back to the house again and they do the post thing. And it's like they're acting the whole entire time. And Kylie like pretends to ring the bell and like pretends to have the eye things on
Oh
and
my
pretends to like have
God.
her mom help her walk up the stairs and like bring her a taco. I was just like, this is not what I signed up for watching kids.
So fake. It's fake.
It's all fake. But like if you're not really intently watching, you're not gonna notice.
And if you're not like so in tune to TV like you and I, or especially you, like you even more than me sometimes, like that sucks though, because it's like we sign up, like we know some parts of reality aren't reality, right? But it's like, come on.
Like I could have gone without the pre and the post.
Yeah, like why even
just
put it
give
in?
me the real raw footage. That's all I want.
I agree. Why even put it in there?
Yeah, so I had to point that out because I was like, I think I turned it off after. I was like, that's too much.
I hate it when I do this on camera because you can see my scar. Dang. So Kardashians is fake. No, I'm just kidding.
But we all knew that already.
True
Moving
that.
on.
So RuPaul. So this is actually exciting because we didn't record yesterday. We're recording today, so we got to see last night and the week before's.
Mm-hmm. The week before, my favorite girl won, Heidi.
Yes,
and Darion's favorite girl left.
I was so pissed, you guys. So Jan went home last week, and you cannot tell me she deserved to go home over Widow. Tell me, what do you think?
No, and Widow went home this week, so it's like,
yes, it should. Jan should not have went home, and for the critique to be, she's too polished and too good. Like, is that a joke? You're sending someone home because they were too good? I was rude. So pissed. And I joined a RuPaul's Drag Race group on Facebook, and it's all anyone's talking about. Like, we are so upset that Jan went home last week. And then for Widow to go home this week is like, it should have just been last week and you wasted everyone's time.
Right. Agreed.
Besides that, Jada is doing so well. She's so gorge. Heidi was so funny last night on the political stuff. She's like, I love toast. Like, all her little comments.
Yeah, and I think her makeup is like getting even better, and I just like them being all together, like they're helping each other even without knowing it.
Yes, I agree. And I think there's obviously some parts that we don't see too, like people are probably like helping make with their makeup, etc. I thought last night was a good episode. I didn't really think Jackie deserved to be in the bottom, but it's hard when it's like getting further and further down, like people are going to be in the bottom for the littlest things.
Mm-hmm. But I think Jackie is a big front runner right now, like either Jackie or Gigi, but Gigi was in the bottom too, so it's like
I feel like definitely the top 3 will be this is what I hate because I forget Sherry Pie is even there. I actually just forgot about her, but I feel like the top 4, if I have to pick 4, will be Sherry, which I hate because I hate Sherry, Jada, Gigi, and Jackie.
Yep.
Even though I love Crystal and I love Heidi,
mm-hmm.
I just feel like their shortcomings in the beginning are going to catch up with them.
So do you think that like that drag tour that you went on, like was there people like them from previous seasons that were at that tour?
Yeah, so like people that don't win and stuff, is that what you're saying? Yeah, so it's just like a mix of a bunch of people. So it's really fun, and I hope they do one with these people. And if Heidi is on there, bro, we are going.
Can you like set up meet and greets?
Yeah, so they sell them, but it's like obviously, so for example, like the tickets that I bought for me and Avery, I think were like $56 a piece, which was like fine. But then if you want to meet and greets, it was like $170 a piece.
Dang. But if Heidi's there, I have to.
Yeah, I agree. I would pay $170 to meet her for sure.
Yeah.
So, and then we watched, I didn't know if we wanted to comment on Celebrity really quickly.
Yeah, were any of those guys on the list that you mentioned last week?
Nico.
Okay.
But the only reason he was somebody had so the list that I read last week about who was on it, the reason they knew Nico was on it was because they saw his tattoo in one of the promos. So he might be the only one that was correct on the list that I read. Because like after the other two guys came out and they weren't on the list, I was like, damn it, Harry Styles is not on there.
Like, he's too famous.
Yeah, like I like had hope, but then I was like, damn it.
Do they have girls do it or no?
I don't know, because this is so like unprecedented, you know, like they've never done a celebrity drag race before. So I don't know. So I don't even know if like Haley Kiyoko will be on it.
Okay, exciting.
So we learned, you guys, that it's 4 weeks long, but it's 3 different celebrities each week. And I didn't know that. So I guess maybe the top 4 will compete to be the overall, or it doesn't matter. I don't know.
I would say it doesn't matter.
It's just like each week there's a winner and they donate to their charity.
Yeah.
I will say last night, I thought they were all really good. Like, it was kind of hard to pick, but I'm glad Jordan won and he cried. It was so cute.
It was so cute. And his, like, fiance and, like, his charity and his whole story. Like, and it really, like, opened Trixie's eyes up. Like, she was like, I'm not friends with straight people because I've had such, like, a hard time with them in the past.
Yeah.
And, like, she said, now I just am, like, more open. And I was like,
yeah.
so
And
good.
I liked that he won because I felt like it was kind of like, oh, Nico's going to win no matter what because he's a part of that community. But for Jordan to win, it just really, like, heightened awareness, I guess, and I loved it.
Yeah. Kavina Hart was so funny. Like, I was living for her.
He did. Like, he sounds exactly like Kevin Hart. I was shooketh. Okay, I will say one last comment about this. Trixie did Jordan dirty with her makeup, and you cannot tell me. Like
the complexion, horrible. The beat, horrible.
A ghost.
Everything. Like, everything right here was, like, white.
I think, like, I was thinking about it, and just some people really can't do other people's makeup. And, like, I'm that person, right? Like, I know what I look good in and how I can do my makeup. And, like, Jordan wasn't as white as Trixie, so I think that was hard.
Yes. So on that show Glow Up on Netflix, they had an episode about that as a makeup artist you have to be careful about other complexions, and then, like, on camera with the lights on.
Yes.
So I think it was like the set lights made it even more white.
Yeah, because he was kind of on the tanner side. And so Trixie's very white. And then, like you said, the lights. So I was like, Trixie, girl, no. But he won anyways, so.
Yeah, proud.
I loved it. I texted you and said I was going to not do it. And then I watched the whole damn thing, and I'm glad I did. Okay, any other shows or anything?
I don't think so.
Okay, do we want to talk about me and Instagram?
Yeah, like, let's just, like, get into, like, what life has been like the last couple weeks.
Okay, you guys. So if you're listening from Instagram or if you're a Biggie to Fitty follower, I don't know if you've noticed, but I have not been on Instagram since, I think, Monday night. So it's like 6 days, 5 days or something. And the reason is, okay, I have not been doing good during quarantine, just in general. And I read this thing. I sent it to you, Carly. I don't remember if you read it. And it was like, okay, I'm a type 3 Enneagram. And when type 3 Enneagrams are stressed, they turn into, like, a type 9. And a type 9 person is like, I don't want to say this is what type 9 people are because I'm not a type 9, but it basically turns into a type 9 in the sense that we don't want to do anything. Like, we want to, like, lay on the couch. Like, we just have no motivation to do anything. And I have totally felt that. Like, literally, like, if I'm not working at my computer, like, I'm laying on the couch, I'm watching TV, like, I've been reading and stuff too, but, like, I don't know. I just have no motivation to do anything. So I decided to sign up for BetterHelp. Shout out sponsorship. No, I'm just
sponsored.
I wish. BetterHelp, which is like Talkspace, online counseling, but I chose BetterHelp because it was cheaper. And I had my first call with my counselor on Monday night. So the day before I quit Instagram. And I told her, like, I just feel like so much pressure too, like, from the quarantine and Instagram, because I'm not losing weight at all. Like, why do I want to cry? I'm not losing weight at all. I'm gaining weight, actually, which I've been gaining weight kind of since, like, August, like, slowly. Mm-hmm. I just, like, will be on for a week, off for a week, blah, blah, blah. So, like, I'm gaining weight. I get on Instagram and, like, I feel like people are there to see me for positive reinforcement, but I'm not positive right now. And like I get stressed because I see other people posting that they're losing weight, which is like great for them. Like I'm so happy for them, but it like makes me feel bad about myself. And I've only told Connor this, but I have OCD about Instagram. And I don't know if you guys know this, but I only follow like I think like 250 people on Biggie to Fitty. And the reason is I have to watch every story and I also have to like every picture. Does this make sense? Like
I had no idea.
I've never told anyone. I've only told Connor, and I told him literally like 2 days ago because he was like, well, when do you think you'll start? Like, you can just, not care about the weight. And I said, well, I have to tell you, I have an OCD about it. And I told him, so I was spending like 3 hours a day just on Instagram because like I have to watch every story. I'm not paying attention necessarily, but I have to make every notification go away. And then I like every picture. And so the next time I get on, I have to scroll until I get to the picture that I liked before. Does that make sense?
Dude, that's so much.
Yes. So like I was spending so much time on it too. And I'm seeing everybody's stuff because my OCD like is making me. Right. So my counselor on Monday night was like, you don't have to do this. Obviously, like I'm just your counselor. She was like, but like, what about taking a break from it? And I was like, like I've never really wanted to do that, but it sounds like a great idea. And so I logged on Tuesday morning to like a picture on Connor's Instagram for him. But after that, like I haven't been on at all. I logged out of it and it was so freeing, you guys. Like I hate to say that because I love my Instagram and I love my followers and I love sharing my journey. But this week, and I don't know, maybe if it was the time commitment, but I have felt so free. Like,
wow. Yeah.
And so I want to get back on it though. I'm going to get on it today and like tell people to come listen to this to know that one, I'm okay. Cause I'm wondering if people like think something happened to me. Like,
I bet you have so many DMs, honestly.
I didn't think about it too, but like I quit in like an awkward time because like, what if people think I got sick? Like I got the virus or something. So I really need to clear that up. Like I'm not sick at all. Like it was just more like a mental health thing. And so I'm going to get on there today and post it. And I'll probably check my DMs today too, just to like reassure everyone. But I want everyone to know that I'm okay. It was just like a mental health thing. And I have felt so free this week. So I don't know what my move is going forward. I don't know how to tackle not looking at every story and every post.
Do you do that on your regular one too?
No, I barely even get on my regular one. And like, I'll watch like, because on Instagram stories, it shows you who you most look at first. Does that make sense? Yeah. So like I look at yours.
Yeah, yours is always number one. Biggie Tiffany is right there.
Yeah, yours is always on my normal one, Carly Corin's always number one. And so like I look at like maybe 4 of them and that's it. And then I'll just scroll a little bit and stuff. I think why it started on my Biggie, this is just me thinking out loud, is because when I first started, I followed 10 people, like 10 people followed me. It was so easy. And then I just wanted to keep up that interaction. And so I've just always done it. And so it's hard for me to break away, but I'm hoping maybe this will help.
Yeah, like a reset button.
Yeah. And so I don't know if maybe today after I log on to promote this or something, I'll want to stay on it. It's like I need to find a nice balance because like I said, like it was getting so OCD too, like if I would get up to go get a drink, I'd have to come back, sit at my computer, check Instagram first. Like it was so, I'm telling you, I spent like 3 hours a day just on that app. Like, I don't know if that's normal. I don't know who's to compare it to.
Let me look at how on my screen time.
Yeah. Like literally 3 hours a day on Instagram, which I know people spend like, sorry, I'm taking my robe off. I'm hot. I know people spend like hours a day on like TikToks and stuff watching videos, but that's just like mindlessly watching videos. Like I'm like actively clicking through everyone's stuff and liking their stuff. So I don't know.
My daily average on Instagram is 43 minutes.
Oh my God. So mine's probably really high. Because you're on social media a lot too.
Yeah. Like I check it a lot. I mean, I check it a lot and I post a story like mostly every day. But I try like my hardest not to look at, especially when I'm working. Yeah. Like I really try my hardest not to like look at my social media. Like if I get a text, then that's different. But
yeah. And that was like becoming an issue with me. Like even at my old job and stuff, like I would have to check Instagram so much because in my head I would know like I can't wait later on tonight because then I would have so many to catch up on because I had to. Does that make sense?
Dude, that makes so much sense. Like, that is crazy.
Yes. And so it like was not good for my mental health. Like, and so it was just making me like even more stressed and added stressor on this already like quarantine stress that I was having.
Yeah. And I think that people would like to know what you're going through. I mean, that's the reason why you started this whole thing, is to share your story and to not only encourage them, but like be in the downs with them too. Yeah. And I'm sure there's so many more people that are feeling the way that you are than the ones that are feeling like, hey, I'm doing so great and losing all this weight. You know, like, so I think you got to remind yourself that too. Like, you're putting so much pressure on yourself and comparing yourself to these people that are doing well, but like, there's so many people that are more like you, thinking the same thoughts that you're thinking.
Yeah, and my friend Alyssa, I texted her when I was going to quit because I'm also friends with her in real life. So I didn't want her to be like, what the heck? So I said, hey, I'm just taking a break from Instagram. I want to tell you, like, this is why. And she was like, listen, like, I'm a type 3. So like a type 3 characteristic is like, you want to show the best to be the best, right? So like sometimes it's hard for me to show the transparency side, even though I really try to. And she was like, listen, like your real followers that like love you and stuff, like they aren't going to care if you're 80 pounds or 300 pounds. Like, yeah, they're following you and your story. Why am I crying?
I literally, like, obviously I don't do Weight Watchers, but like, I've been on this journey with you this whole time. And like, I don't even think about when you don't post about your weight.
Yeah.
You know, but you're my friend in real life. And like, I know that there are people that like want to see what's going on, but there's so much more than the scale.
Yeah. Wow, Carly, it's like you remember for saying that. Yeah. And like, I know there's people too that follow me, like, yeah, they may have started following me because of the weight, right? Or, you know, whatever. But now like people message me and ask about like, what's Connor doing? What's Avery doing? What's Chester doing? So like, I know people on there are invested in more than just that. But like in my head, I feel like I'm letting people down. But it's like, I should only care about myself anyways in a journey like this.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I just wanted to tell everyone, like, that's why I haven't been on Instagram. And like, it's definitely something, the OCD part is something I have to work on for me. And so I don't know if maybe it's like I said, a time limit or something. Like I get on in the evenings for 10 minutes or something, and whatever I get to in that 10 minutes is fine. Or I don't know how to work.
Do you think you're missing out on things?
I don't know, because I don't always watch the stories. I just have to get the notification to go away. Does that make sense? So like if it's like you or like Yvonne or something like that, and I'm really interested in your life and invested, I will. But if it's like a random person I've never talked to, You'll like this. Click, click, click. I click to make the notification go away. I don't.
So you don't like at the top where it says like that there's a story for you to watch?
Yeah. So like on my normal like Instagram, if I pull it up right now, I like, okay, obviously like I'll just like click, 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 like it's fine. Oh, there's a couple that I'm interested in. But like on Biggie, it's like click, watch everyone's individuals.
Do you think that if you follow less people, like if you could start doing that, or you like everybody you follow?
Well, so I try to keep it low because of that. Like, it's not like a rude thing. Like, I don't want too many followers, or I don't want to follow too many people. It was like, I always try to keep it low. So I only followed, like, I would follow brands, you know, that like do giveaways and stuff like that. And I would follow like some WW ambassadors and then some friends. But I feel not guilty. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's like, I have 15,000, almost 15,500 followers. Excuse me, and I only follow 250. Like, I felt bad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no follow for follow.
Right.
I don't know.
But you still communicate with them. Like, you go in your DMs and you, like, talk to everybody.
For sure. And, like, if anyone reaches out to me, I even respond to every comment, too, you know? So maybe I should, like, put some limits on myself. Like, DMs, obviously. Like, mentions and like comments I should pay attention to, and not worry about people's stories.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's just like I haven't thought about it either. Like, I know that sounds so bad, but like the past week that I haven't been on it, I haven't really thought about it, and it's been so nice. And
Good.
I'm like, it's not supposed to be like that.
the weight is lifted.
Yes, like the OCD
Cover girl.
weight.
Put that base in your walk.
Literally. So that's my Instagram story and my struggle right now. But I know that I like my Instagram and I like my platform because like I love doing this with you, which I can do this with you without it. And I love doing my podcast with Yvonne. So I know there's so much good that comes out of it. I just have to put those limits or something.
Yeah.
So that's what I got about Instagram.
Thank you for sharing your heart.
Thank you. That was precious.
If you guys want to send any encouragement, message, how do we want them to send encouragement?
Yeah.
Have we checked our email?
Oh my gosh, let me check our email right now. We haven't promoted it in so long. Our email address, I don't even know if anyone would know to email it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Let's just have people send DMs to the Showgirls podcast because I've been checking that.
That is better, actually. Yeah, shout out to, I don't know if she listens to this, Jade on WW, because she messaged us about
you guys. I'm going to read it. It's so funny.
It was really funny.
For some reason, it was like, the DMs like cut off and then there's another inbox.
Yeah, and it's like your request.
I didn't check it for a couple weeks and I had posted a repost of Tyler C and the quarantine crew shirtless and they were just so hot. And I need to sign into, wait.
I'm signing into our email that literally I never check. I don't even know if this is the right password. Oh, it's not.
Okay, Jade on WW. She said, I don't know if Darion it's Darion that checks this, but I'm just going to say Tyler C is effing hot to whoever checks this, LMAO.
Just so
Jade, we see you, okay?
Yeah, and Carly's the one that checks them. So that would be nice maybe if people messaged you and then you could just like screenshot them or something.
Yeah, totally. So send over your encouraging words to our friend.
Yeah, at the Showgirls Podcast. That's our Instagram. And our email, if you guys want it, is theshowgirlspodcast@gmail.com. I will figure out the password and log in.
I have it in my notes.
Okay,
I'll send it to you.
Perfect. But, okay. Anything else?
Let us know if you like the video portion. We'll look at our views, but...
Yes. And our YouTube is just the Showgirls Podcast. Everything is the Showgirls Podcast.
The brand is very integral,
Yeah, we were like, let's just name everything this. But okay, you guys, send us DMs on the Showgirls, emails, YouTube, everything. And I think that's all I got.
Thank you so much for listening. See you later.
Bye.